even as we move forward on putting a price on pollution, we are putting more money
back in the
pockets
of
Canadian
8 out of 10
Canadians. And it's helping us reduce our emissions for the first time in our history. If it was up for the Conservative Party of Canada, they would let the planet burn, Mr. Speaker. They would bring the economy down. They would let Canadian down. Not on this side of the House, Mr. Speaker. We're there for Canadians. We will fight climate change. We will support the economy. We will create good jobs for Canadians.
It's on his side of the House now, and Liberals don't care. Welcome back to Canada Wide. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is what we call This Did Not Age Well, and it is Stephen Guilbeault, Trudeau, and Freeland all blabbing off of how, for the last couple of years, how Conservatives are evil for doing this. That they want they want the planet to burn. They want to have the economy tank. That they don't care about Canadians. How dare you? This is what's come to it. It all comes back now, and the Liberal government is the one that wants to turn down and not give that money to 8 out of 10 people. They don't want to give it to Canadians. They must hate Canadians. All of a sudden, it's in their court. They don't care. And this $25 billion, the carbon pricing in Canada generated $25 billion a year investment every year. Okay, so in 4 years, that's $100 billion. 8 years, $200 billion. Where is that? Any of that? I don't get it. It seems like it's a consultant. This is what they pay consultants for. Write a report, just throw numbers out, and don't ever think about it where it comes from, because they did mess up the $1 trillion for liquefied natural gas. Let's have a listen of why this is back in the Liberals' court anyways, because their Liberal leader shut it down. Let's have a listen.
We will be eliminating the Canada fuel charge, the consumer fuel charge, immediately.
It's on the Liberals' side of the House, and now it's turned down. So I'd like to see Stephen Guilbeault have his passion he has for the last 8 years for Pierre and the Conservatives to go do a one-on-one meeting with your new boss and have that kind of tone with him. I dare Stephen Guilbeault to do that. Let's have a listen now, Stephen Guilbeault, because when I was looking at the videos, this is one where he insults Pierre's intelligence and how dumb he is in math. Let's have a listen to it.
We've already agreed in this House that math isn't the Conservative Party's strong suit, especially the leader of the Conservative Party. I know that counting above 6 is hard for him. That's the number of affordable housing units that he built when he was Minister of Housing. But the data prove it. I have them here. 8 out of 10 families receive more from the carbon price than they pay. And in addition, the Parliamentary Budget Officer confirmed that 25 million tons in reductions are thanks to the carbon price.
That's really rich from the Liberals who think budgets will balance themselves. And Stephen Guilbeault, he's the one when Pierre said triple, 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 and the rate, whatever it is. And Stephen Guilbeault didn't understand what that meant, triple, triple, triple. So he doesn't know what he's talking about. And also there was a time here in a video, I'm not going to pull it up right now, where he said in 2020, that thing that happened in 2020, that carbon reductions happened because of the carbon tax. He didn't want to say that it's 7% it went down, and he's saying that the carbon tax is effective and it's working. I did a video on this before. He's using the Liberals shutting down the Canadian economy on why the carbon tax is working. That's how this guy thinks. I think Stephen Guilbeault used to be one of those guys that threw tomato paste on masterpieces of art. That's the kind of guy he is, the intellect he has if he can't get what he wants. The rest of the videos I'm going to put here is just the senators or these MPs talking about how mad they are at the Conservatives and how insulting and they hate Canada. And then have their new boss that is doing the exact same thing. And then another one. Let's have a listen while this goes on, because all of a sudden that no Liberal gives a crap about that 8 out of 10 getting more money back all of a sudden because they know it never existed.
The Conservatives cared about Canadians and their affordability challenges. They would support the price on pollution because it is putting money in their pockets. But typical Conservative style, they take from the poor to give to the rich. Thank you.
We will be eliminating the Canada fuel charge, the consumer fuel charge, immediately.
Incentive will increase in the member opposite's riding. A Canadian's family of 4 will receive $244 in his riding. We've made that because even as we move forward on putting a price on pollution, we are putting more money back in the pockets of Canadian families, because Canadian families know that we do have to fight climate change while making sure things are more affordable.
We will be eliminating the Canada fuel charge, the consumer fuel charge, immediately.
Again, as of April, the climate action incentive will increase in the member opposite's riding. A Canadian's family of 4 will receive $244 in his riding. We've made that because
we will be eliminating the Canada fuel charge, the consumer fuel charge, immediately.
Mr. Speaker, because of carbon pricing in Canada, it's generating $25 billion of investment every year in our economy, Mr. Speaker. It's putting more money in the pockets of 8 out of 10 Canadians, and it's helping us reduce our emissions for the first time in our history. If it was up for the Conservative Party of Canada, they would let the planet burn, Mr. Speaker. They would bring the economy down. They would let Canadian down. Not on this side of the House, Mr. Speaker. We're there for Canadians. We will fight climate change. We will support the economy. We will create good jobs for Canadians.
We will be eliminating the Canada fuel charge, the consumer fuel charge, immediately.